Friend of mine worked for this company where his supervisor wasn't treating him right. He was jealous of him. My friend had a great attitude. I never heard him complain. He just kept doing the right thing, even though this supervisor would try to discredit him and make him look bad. This went on for several years. The supervisor was in his early 40s, been with the company almost 20 years. Looked like my friend would always have to deal with this. But one Monday morning, he went to work. The owner of the company called my friend in and said that the supervisor was leaving and this owner wanted him to have his position. My friend asked, when was this going to happen? When was he going to leave? The owner said, he left last Friday. You're the supervisor starting right now. God knows how to cause people to hurry out of your way, to do things quickly, things that you didn't see coming. That supervisor could have been there another 30 years, but he suddenly left. Quit worrying about who's in front of you and how it's never going to work out. God can quickly change things, quickly promote you, quickly heal you, quickly free you. And yes, I know some things take time. We have to outlast what's coming against us, but you're going to come into these moments where God does a quick work. Now, instead of complaining, well, Joel, I don't know about for me. I don't think I'll ever get well. I'll never meet the right person. Don't turn it around. Father, thank you that my health is about to suddenly improve. Thank you that this addiction is not permanent. It's about to quickly turn around. Thank you that this depression is not how my story ends. It's about to hurry out of my way. That's not just being positive. That's releasing your faith. That's what allows God to speed things up. This is what Joseph did in the scripture. He was mistreated for 13 years, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, put in prison for something that he didn't do. It wasn't easy, but he kept a good attitude, kept being his best. And one morning, Joseph was sitting in prison, seemed like another ordinary day, when the guard came and said, Joseph, the Pharaoh wants to see you. I can imagine Joseph thinking, the Pharaoh, I don't know him. I don't have an appointment. I'm a slave, a foreigner. I'm in prison and the Pharaoh's calling for me. God knows how to have the right people come looking for you. You may feel like you're at a disadvantage. You're being overlooked. No, the one who matters most has his eyes on you. The one who controls the universe, the Most High God, is watching after you. He's working out his plan for your life. Joseph walked in and was standing in the presence of one of the most powerful people of that day. He interpreted the Pharaoh's dream. He was so impressed, he made Joseph the prime minister of Egypt, second in command. It happened quickly. Joseph didn't have to run for office. The Pharaoh didn't hold a vote. He didn't interview candidates for 6 months. Right on the spot, he made Joseph the prime minister. God knows how to do a quick work. The trouble, the injustice, it hurried out of Joseph's way. He woke up that morning a slave in prison. He went to bed that night the prime minister, promoted, vindicated. Don't be discouraged by what's not changing. Like Joseph, you may be doing the right thing and the wrong thing is happening. Your time is coming. God has these destiny moments where He's going to suddenly catapult you to a new level. It's not going to be a long process. It's going to happen quickly, unexpectedly. The right people are going to come looking for you. The promotion, the opportunity, the vindication is going to come tracking you down. After the Israelites came through the Red Sea, they wandered in the desert for 40 years. They thought their obstacles were too big and their enemies too strong, and that kept them from going into the promised land. Now, years later, their children and grandchildren were about to cross the Jordan River and go into the land that God promised. The problem was the land was occupied with these incredibly strong, powerful people called the Anakites. They were descendants of giants. You can imagine how intimidated the Israelites must have felt. And standing at the brink of the Jordan, no doubt contemplating whether or not they should go in, God gave them a promise that helped push them over. He said in Deuteronomy 9, "Today you are about to see people that are much stronger and much more powerful. But the Lord your God will cross over ahead of you like a devouring fire. He will subdue them so that you can quickly conquer." Unlike their parents that talked themselves out of it, this new generation had the boldness to go in. Just like God promised, they quickly conquered the land. Now you may be facing a situation like them that seems impossible in your health, your finances, a relationship. But God is saying to you what He said to them. I'm going to cross over ahead of you and take care of those enemies so you can quickly conquer them. You are not fighting those battles on your own. The Most High God is going before you. You're going to come out of that difficulty quicker than you think. Now get this down in your spirit. You're going to quickly conquer the sickness, quickly conquer the addiction, quickly conquer the trouble at work. Behind the scenes right now, God is changing things in your favor. He's crossing over ahead of you to take care of the sickness, to take care of that trouble. If you will stay in faith, it's going to happen sooner than it looks. You didn't see any sign of it, looked like it was permanent, then suddenly it changes. God is going to hasten His word. He's going to speed things up. I talked to a man that had a stroke in his early 50s. He attends Lakewood, and his family brought him up for prayer after a service. He was now in a wheelchair. He had lost control over the left side of his body, and his face was drawn. He was told with therapy, in 3 to 5 years, he might regain some control of his left arm and leg. But he was specifically told he would never be able to lift his arm above his head again. Well, I told him what I'm telling you, that God can do things quickly. In the natural, it should take years, but God is a supernatural God. He knows how to speed things up. I could tell this man was a fighter. He wasn't about to take that stroke lying down. I saw him 6 months later. This time he wasn't in a wheelchair. He was walking on his own through the lobby. He had a big smile on his face. When our eyes met, the first thing he did was lift his arm way up in the air. I said, I thought that was going to take 3 to 5 years. He said, that's what I was told, but it happened for me in 3 months. His therapist said that in 30 years she had been helping people, she had never seen anyone improve as fast as him. God knows how to do a quick work. Quit believing those lies that it's going to take you a long time to recover. You heard the experts. A long time to accomplish your dream. A long time to get free from that anxiety. No, God is crossing ahead of you right now so you can quickly conquer. You're going to see a rapid recovery. You're going to defy the odds. God is going to accelerate things. Dreams coming to pass in record time. Things falling into place. That depression is not permanent. That addiction is not going to last. It's about to hurry out of your way. It's going to happen quickly. You didn't see it coming. Now, when thoughts tell you it's going to take you years to get well, years to meet the right person, no, keep this phrase down in your spirit, quickly conquer. You have to answer the doubt back with faith. Don't let that thought continue to play. It's permanent. It's never going to work out. No, all through the day, Father, thank you that it's going to happen quickly. Thank you that enemies are hurrying out of my way. Thank you that I'm going to see a rapid recovery. Well, Joel, what if I do that for a month and nothing happens? Keep doing it. You have to stay on the offensive. If you live with that lie that it's permanent, it's never going to change, that will limit your life. Luke chapter 18, Jesus told a story about a judge that wasn't fair. He didn't have integrity. He didn't care for people. This widow kept coming to him day after day, trying to get him to do something about a person that had done her wrong. The judge ignored her, didn't pay her any attention, but the widow wouldn't quit coming. Finally, the judge said to the lady, I'm going to give you what you're asking for, not because I want to, but because you're wearing me out with your constant request. Jesus said to the disciples, if this judge, who is not fair, will make the right decision because the lady wouldn't quit asking, do you think God, who is fair, will keep putting off those that come to him? Jesus went on to say, I can assure you, God will grant them justice quickly. When you're in a difficult time, things are not turning around, if you'll just keep thanking God that he's working, thanking him that he's fighting your battles, not begging him, but reminding him what he promised. Notice what God said. He will give you justice quickly. It's going to happen faster than you thought. One translation says, he will rush to your defense. He will come to you in haste. It may not have happened yet, but you need to know God is in a hurry to help you. You're going to see some of these sudden turnarounds. Now, the key is to keep thanking him. Keep talking like it's going to happen. Keep believing that it's on the way. When you don't talk yourself out of it, you don't get discouraged, but you consistently thank God, you're going to see some of these quick works. He's going to quickly turn your child around, quickly bring your healing, quickly cause that dream to come to pass. Now, maybe like this widow, you've been doing this, but you don't see anything changing. Everything looks the same. Stay encouraged. Your time is coming. God is crossing over ahead of you right now.